Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. Glad to be here with you all on Inauguration 2021. Today, we witness history in the making. The Biden-Harris administration was officially sworn in today. There's a new day on the horizon. And tonight, I have two amazing co-hosts who are here with me tonight to just talk about all of the things that went on today leading up to this historic occasion. The two ladies that are joining me tonight, in the box below me down there is a young lady who's been here with us many times before. This is her second time in the co-host seat. She is the creator of Sister Girl Speaks out of Oklahoma City. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Our girlfriend who tells it like it is, the one and only Miss Kim Coleman.
And Chicago born and raised.
That's right, Chicago born and raised. So look, and I'm gonna switch you up here on that side. Okay, so Kim got it, y'all. So if she's Chicago born and raised, she just in Oklahoma on the hideout, as we would say. But she tells it like it is. She has that Chicago spirit. And then in the box below us is a friend to the show, tremendous historian, book author, business owner. She is the creator of Sankofa Travel Her, which is a Black history travel and blog entity, all around just great woman. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our second co-host tonight, the Miss Amazing. That's who you are, Tammy Gibson. Yay. Hello, Tammy.
Hello, Art. I'm so honored to be on your show. This is my first time as a co-host.
I know. I'm excited to have you here. Kim was a shoe-in because she eats, sleeps, and breathes everything that is politics. And Tammy, today, history was made in so many different ways that we just need to incorporate all of this in tonight's show. We're not even going to give the latest COVID numbers for today. We're not going to do any of that. Even though we're in the middle of a global pandemic, we want to talk about the fact that history really did change as of today. Correct, ladies?
Yes. Exactly.
Yes. And we're wearing our pearls. We're wearing our pearls.
Yes, and we're going to talk about the history of pearls because men in Southern Asia, in certain countries, they wear the darker pearls as royalty, Shambhala beads, that type of thing. So yes, today we are rocking pearls in honor of this auspicious occasion. Also coming up later on in the show, Chicago's very own actress, comedian, and activist, T'Keyah Crystal Keymah will be here tonight. Let's give her a big round of applause. One of the original cast members of In Living Color, That's So Raven. T'Keyah now has a new digital media show, just like everybody else who had to make the pivot. And so tonight she'll be here to talk about history that was made today, as well as her new digital show. So we're honored to have her here. All right, well, ladies, there's just so much we need to talk about. And as much as we don't like to bring up the word Donald Trump, I do think that we need to talk about his last final few hours at the White House today, because it really did play a part in history today. As we all know, he did not go to the passing of the torch or the handoff of the presidency. He decided to have a farewell at Andrews Air Force Base today. And the first thing that struck a chord with me is that he used the song Gloria. And if I'm not mistaken, it was by the late Laura Brennan. And I used to love that song. Hey, Gloria. I hate that damn song now, because why would you? That lady is probably rolling over in her grave, first of all. And then secondly, he used YMCA by the Village People as his song as he was getting on the plane, dancing and leaving to Village People. That is a gay anthem. I know the gay community is like, what the, you got to be kidding me, dude. That's the gay pride song. What is you leaving for? We don't want you either. So what's that about?
Well,
Lady, go ahead, Kim. Yeah.
Well, being a connoisseur of politics, I watched a lot of his campaign and a lot of the rallies to keep up with what's going on. He used a lot of songs like, for the Rolling Stones, he used Elton John. And every time he used those songs, you would see a headline where the group or the artist would say, "Stop using my song." So finally, I think what happened was he had to use a dead person who, who can't come back and say don't use. And I don't know, where some of the Village people are now. So he's ran out of people to use. At one point, he even used Michael Jackson, and the estate came back and said, do not use our songs.
Right. Because if you remember at the convention, that was Herman Cain's last dance was Billie Jean. And that was his last tango in
Right. So he can't use anybody else's songs.
That's crazy. Tammy, what did you think about the departure this morning?
Yeah, because when I heard Billie Jean, I was like, what? So I think the person that is in charge of doing the music, I don't know if they do that just to embarrass him, but it's just like they just don't care. They don't care what people feel about their music. They just play just to tick people off. That's what I think.
I don't know. I just know I wanted you to leave. I'm glad you left, but I didn't see the significance of either one of those songs. And then another thing that has been kind of bothering me, what happened to Barron Trump? Now, today on the tarmac, all of his other children were there, his children's fiancés, girlfriends, boyfriends, wives, whatever. No Barron Trump. And I'm thinking, if this young man has lived in the White House all this time with his mom and dad, he'll be the first child, and I don't know when, that we don't know anything about him. And so one would think that, today being the last day, he would at least came out and waved or said goodbye or whatever. So I'm kind of curious to even what happened to Barron Trump. Do we know? Do we need to send an APB?
Maybe he was in school.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that he probably is in a what do they call those schools where the kids go away and
a boarding school?
A boarding school. Thank you. He might have been that, or he seems like he's shy. I don't like to talk about this. Some people say that he may be autistic. Right. I don't think that's neither here nor there, but it may be a part of, he doesn't like to be around a lot of people. And so they gave him the option. And if that's the case, that's fine. That's fine. He's a young man who, grew up in somewhat of the spotlight. I used to see him when he came out, when his father would pardon the turkey, or when the tree would come to the White House. So, I don't know.
But how we so want to be in love with, the children at least, and show favor no matter what's going on with the young man. I don't know. Tammy, what's your thought?
Well, I think that Melania wants to keep her son out the spotlight as much as possible.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, I do have somebody that made a comment on one of my pages that said Victor Willis is a living Black man who owns the rights to Village People's songs. So there is somebody still alive. So maybe this Victor Williams will put a kibosh to it, because I couldn't understand the day why this man was leaving the White House on the gay anthem. I just couldn't get that. YMCA is that little party song, that song that, so I don't know. Let's continue on with this. So Trump's last acts were a batch of 73 pardons and 70 commutations, that's a tongue twister, issued in his final hours of his presidency. One of the people that he did give a pardon to is rapper Lil Wayne, after pleading guilty to a gun possession charge in Miami. Another was to rapper Kodak Black, who received a commutation after he pleaded guilty to weapon charges. And now, did he give former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick some grace? And who can tell that story to us?
He was sentenced to 28 years in prison for a lot of financial things. Can I just say thank you, Donald Trump, because nobody that fine should be in prison. Okay. In fact, he was about an hour away from where I live. He is about an hour away. So I was always tempted to go down there and maybe give him a little visit. But yes, from my understanding, he did commute, Kwame, because he was scheduled to be released in 2037.
Ooh. Oh my God.
That's a long, I think it was 2020, something like that.
Yeah.
2020, maybe 2027 or something like that. It was a long time.
Yeah.
So to my understanding, Paula White and 35 other Christian leaders were, I guess, excused or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Excused from what?
I guess was saying, oh, wait. I take that back. Robin Hines, North Carolina politician, former Detroit mayor, William Walters, a gentleman here in Illinois. So I don't know, maybe, you know, he pardoned kind of people, a lot of different people today, you know?
Yeah, they have been working on that Kwame Kilpatrick pardon, to my understanding, for almost a year. And they wanted him to pardon him in around the same time he pardoned Rod Blagojevich. They were really expecting it then, but I guess he waited until his last day.
Oh, and those other people were all pre-pardoned people. So these are people that got other pardons a long time ago. So he did what he did. He did not pardon any of his family. He did not pardon himself. And at 12 noon, everything went off without a hitch. All right. So
wait, I have one thing to say. What about the Tiger guy? Remember, he had a limo out like the day before and thought that he was going to get a pardon, and he didn't?
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh,
yeah, I can't remember the name, but you're absolutely right.
He was called the Tiger guy.
Yeah,
the gay guy.
Okay.
And he had a limo out like yesterday, just knowing that he was getting a pardon, and found out this morning that he didn't get
the pardon. Yeah.
Well, all I know. All right, so here's the deal. As of today, January 20, 2021, Joe Biden became the president of the United States at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we're going to talk about some of the swearing in, the inaugural speech of the 46th president of the United States. There were A-list performers who all took part of this, as well as tributes to the troops. Joe Biden beat his incumbent, Donald J. Trump in November of 2020. Here's the deal. He served as the vice president to Barack Obama. And so now he has the first female, the first Black, and the first Southern Asian or Asian Southern region female vice president. So ladies, what does that mean to you all? What does that mean? This is a tremendous day in history. Tammy, I'll start with you.
It was like when I woke up, I got up like 4 o'clock this morning. I couldn't sleep, but I sung the song by Nina Simone. It's a new day, it's a new world, and I'm feeling good. So for me, it was just refreshing. It was just like the negativity for 4 years is over with, and now this is the new day. Things are going to get done, and it was just really, it just made me feel really good that we're entering a new world right now that we are not used to for the past 4 years. But I just feel so happy and so excited about what's going to happen in the next 4 years.
Very good. Kim, where are you at with everything that went on today and the fact that we have a new female vice president?
Well, let me just echo what Tammy said. I could hardly sleep last night. As I explained to you, Art, the last 4 years, God has been good, God has blessed, but it's been rough on the politically, to see certain things, to hear certain things as an African-American person in this country. And so it almost feels like a weight has been lifted, and we have to get some things done. We are in a pandemic. We have lost 400,000 souls who started out in the year of 2020 and are no longer here. And we have to slow that down. So I am excited about Kamala being there, helping President Biden, let me say Vice President Harris, of getting some things done, having initiatives, and we'll talk about those later, to go forward, and let's get this country back on track. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Yes, I am. I could not agree with you more. You said a mouthful. Absolutely. So let me give you guys this little bit of history on our new president. He represented Delaware in the U.S. Senate from 1973 to 2009, during which his time he won 6 re-elections. He started off, as I said, as a member of the Newcastle County Council in 1970. He served there from 70 to 72. In his next position was the chair of the U.S. Senate Committee on Judiciary, and that was from 1987 to 1995. The next thing, he was a member of the U.S. Senate from 1973 to 2009, representing Delaware, chair of the U.S. Senate Commission on Foreign Relations from 2001 to 2003, then again from 2007 to 2009. He served as the Vice President of the United States from 2009 to 2017, and as of today, he is the President of the United States. And this is 2001 to whenever. Shortly after Biden was elected to the U.S. Senate in 1972, his wife Nyla and his one-year-old daughter Naomi were killed in a car accident, and it also seriously injured his young sons Beau and Hunter Biden. Beau was sworn in as actually Biden, not Beau, but Biden was sworn in as a senator at his son's bedside at the hospital when this happened. So he's had a wonderful, long-standing career. Believe it or not, this may surprise you, ladies, but he actually commuted from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, to Washington, D.C. every day via an Amtrak train. And that trip took 1 hour and 33 minutes, but he did that every working day.
Yes. He wanted to do that again yesterday, but because of security, he could not do it.
Right. Yes. That's really auspicious. It really is. And that's just wonderful. So as you guys all know, your former president is back in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. That's where he will be for right now, like we even give a damn. But I thought I'd tell you guys that. And so I'm going to do a rundown of what happened today, and then I'm going to let the ladies recap most of the day. At 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the president-elect, our new president, he attended Mass at St. Matthew's Cathedral. He invited both people from the House as well as Senate to come and join him in that, Democrats and Republicans. At 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, he arrived at the U.S. Capitol. At 11:15 this morning, the inaugural program began. We got an invocation from Father Leo J. O'Donovan. The Pledge of Allegiance was by Andrea Hall. The national anthem was done by a Lady Gaga in a grand outfit. I thought Lady served it to you. She served it to you in fashion. She served it to you in vocals. She did a great job. The poetry reading was done by Miss Amanda Gorman. And ladies, let's just take a minute to talk about the phenomenon that is Amanda Gordon. Who wants to start talking about her?
I was just so inspired by her poem. It just melted my heart to see this young woman, and seems like she was speaking as a grown adult, but it just warmed my heart to see that she's going to be the future. But she did an amazing job with the poem, and she looked absolutely beautiful.
She did, absolutely. Kim, what do you think about what happened with her?
She was amazing. From my understanding, she has overcome a speech impediment. She was chosen specifically by Joe Biden to do, or I believe Dr. Joe Biden. And if I could just read a couple of stanzas of it. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny Black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president only to find herself reciting for one. And she says, let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hope, that even as we tried that we will forever be tied together, victorious, not because we will never know again defeat, but because we will never again sow division.
Oh my God. Her linguistic skills today were on 1,000. Her linguistic skills were so perfect that I really started crying when the young girl was speaking. And here's the deal. I did not know that she was in her 20s. She looked so young that I thought she was a teenager. So my heart was so full today watching what I thought was a teenager. And then when people said 22 years old, I said, you got to be kidding me. She just was outstanding. And when I posted, put a post on my social media about her linguistic skills, people from all races had to agree with me today about just how eloquently she spoke and presented her poem today. She really did.
Yeah, the poem was amazing. I still remember, Dr. Maya's poem, A Rock, a River, and a Tree. I still remember this, and I think this will be remembered like that when Maya Angelou gave the poem at the first inaugural address for Bill Clinton.
Absolutely. Well, let me give you all a little information about her. She did graduate from Harvard. She's 22 years old. She is the youngest inaugural poet in U.S. history. She joins a small group of poets who have been recruited to help mark the presidential's inauguration. Among those that have been selected was Robert Frost, Maya Angelou, and Miller Williams. And she has, done quite a few different things, from reading for the Boston Pops to the 2018 inaugural of Harvard's president, Mr. Larry Bacow. And she really was phenomenal today. As they said, she killed it. She killed it. As the kids would say, she killed it. She did. And she is somebody that we do need to keep our eyes on. And we're very, very proud of her. We are. All right. So ladies, any particular point of the morning you guys want to talk about? What about Lady Gaga and her presentation? What did you all think of that?
She was outstanding. I'm glad that she was the person to sing that. But with the J-Lo, it was a J-No.
You lied. Oh my God. Oh, baby, why? Come on. I can't wait to talk about that.
Lady Gaga, J-Lo. They have like Jennifer Hudson or Let It See or something like that. So I mean, J-Lo to me is like the American Music Awards, the VH Awards. He's not the inaugural singer.
Okay, so let me help you ladies to understand what happened today. I get what you're saying, but what I saw today was diversity on every level. What you've got to realize is none of us on this TV show right now would be a huge Lady Gaga fan. But for the younger demographic, for the LGBTQ plus demographic, Lady Gaga is a superstar to them, much like Beyonce, any of those type of people. So I got the Lady Gaga appeal. Jennifer Lopez, and when she spoke to her people in Spanish, Jennifer Lopez was that bridge that brought the gap between the Latinx community and other people who love her. So I got that today. She was rocking enough Chanel, baby, that Chanel ought to love her forever. But I'm with you on that, Tammy. We always want the soul, the funk, the Aretha, the Patty, all of that. I'm sure these people will celebrate. Absolutely. These people will celebrate our new president. But what I saw today was diversity from Jump Street. That's what I saw. What do you think, Kim?
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was very diverse. Plus, she, you all always got me fawning over some man. Plus, she bought my baby A-Rod. So, shout out.
I know. Hey, right. Ain't he a lot to look at? He really is. He really is. Yeah.
I'll be glad when he leaves her and comes over here. But anyway, but I agree with you on the, everybody was represented today, and they want to make sure that, especially even with his cabinet, even during that, they're going to have the inaugural celebration tonight. That it's inclusivity, because it's been 4 years we haven't had that. And just to put some light on it, I heard last night that Trump was stewing because he said, "Why didn't I have this many celebrities?" Because the celebrity thing last night. You got Whoopi Goldberg and other people. And he was like, well, why didn't I have that many celebrities? And it was like, because no one liked you.
Right.
So, it's a very big contrast. Very big contrast.
Yes, absolutely. That's all right. I mean, and here's the deal. There's more entertainment scheduled for tonight. Believe it or not, at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Chicago time, actor Tom Hanks will host a 90-minute special featuring remarks from our current president, our new president, Joseph R. Biden, and Kamala D. Harris, vice president. Performances will include singer Demi Lovato, Justin Timberlake, Ant Clemens, Bon Jovi, and others. And so tonight that will kind of, add to, what is our new normal of, what, we would normally see all the lavish parties, even the parade today, I thought was just beautifully
I did too.
done. But, and really, to be honest with you, in our new normal, I didn't mind that today. Because really, you always looking in the crowd for nuts, lunatics, what somebody got on, all of that. So today, I at least felt at ease seeing all that pomps and circumstance go off without any problem. Now, what do you what was the one, was it Garth Brooks that sung today? Now, what do you, what do you all think? Now, see, to me, Garth Brooks was the bridge to the crowd. Exactly. He was that bridge to them. What do you all think of his performance? Tammy, what do you think?
I'm not used to that type of singing that particular song, but I gave him a pass because, like I said, having a Republican there was a sign of unity. So I thought he did a very good job with that.
Okay, I did. Kim, what did you think about Garth Brooks' performance?
I'm a big Garth Brooks fan. I'm in Garth Brooks country. He is from here. So I love Garth Brooks. I loved his rendition. And I just want to say, one of the things that the new administration said about this inauguration was they were happy that people weren't there, that their success was not about crowd size, but it was about safety and unity. That was the theme. Unity was really the theme, but safety was the underlying theme. So the less people were there, they had Cedric Wishman, who is an advisor to the senior advisor to the President Biden now. And he said the less people there, the better, and that's going forward in trying to control this pandemic.
Yeah. That's right. Because what a lot of people are not realizing, we're still in the midst of a global pandemic. Today, as I was watching everything, I'm so worried about social distancing. I as much as I love Bill and Hillary, when Bill came out, and honey, I saw that mask sitting under that nose.
Yeah, I did too.
I was like, if y'all don't tell Bill to pull that mask on up, same way when a lot of them people got through speaking at the podium, a lot of them reverends and ministers, they would turn and didn't have a mask on. And of course, the president wanted to greet them and all that. And I'm thinking, get the mask on, because we do not need today to be a super spreader event. I thought everybody did a great job. I thought that the mask fashion was off the chain. People really did have on really nice masks today. They really did.
Right. And then I realized how much of a nerd I was, Art, because I recognized people with their mask on.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I was like, I was just like, Kim, girl, you need to turn off CNN, because I knew everybody. I was like, oh, that's such and such. That's such and such.
Right. Yes, I did too. But at least everybody is following suit. Today, the president's press secretary, our new president, announced a 100-day, where everybody wear a mask. And if you come to any federal buildings, you need to have a mask on. Look, I think that 100 days should be followed by everybody, period.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody put a damn mask on, do what's necessary, stay safe, stay out of harm's way, stay your ass in the house, as we always say on this show. Yeah. So no, we all in agreement on that. Yes, we are.
I agree.
All right. So ladies, our vice president, Kamala Harris, and Tammy, do you have a little history on our vice president and who she is? And we are just very excited. Shout out to everybody who wore all of that fabulous purple today. Purple means royalty. People were like, how come she didn't have on pink and green? No, that woman is the vice president of the United States, and she had on royalty purple today. Tammy, tell us about our new vice president.
Yes, like I said, she wanted to wear purple because that represented royalty. Like I said, she's the first Black and Asian woman to be elected vice president. She wanted to wear purple to represent power, dignity, and royalty. And as far as her wearing Converse, the Vogue cover of her wearing the Converse, the shoes went skyrocketing in sales. Sold over 5.5 million, 3,700 tweets from January 2nd to the 10th, compared to 151 tweets from January 7th and January the 9th. And with her wearing the Converse, unfortunately, there was 172,000 fans on social media that decided not to be part of the Converse page. And also on January 22nd, 144,000 on Facebook of Converse. They lost Facebook customers there.
Wait a minute. So wait, what you saying now, that people were trying to get Converse and couldn't, or people
Yes,
took themselves out of Converse world?
exactly.
Why? Because against her?
Against
Probably,
her.
yeah.
Look, everybody that was posting on social media that own Converse and that will be buying Converse, Converse will be fine. From what I understood earlier today, Converse stock was skyrocketing
Yes,
today.
it was.
So for all of you all that don't want to support Converse no more, oh well. For all of
Right.
you all that do support Converse, amen. Amen.
Yeah.
We made history today. And that's
Right.
all we're gonna say. Yes.
Right. And she said that wearing Converse is representing who she is and not to have to conform to what females are what they're supposed to wear.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So now Debbie Green has a great question, ladies. She wants to know why gym shoes. And Kamala, from what I understood, was wearing them just as comfort, being a woman that's on her feet all the time. You know, all the ladies today look great in their pumps, their boots. I mean, everybody, we're going to talk about the fashion from today, because really coats were the number one thing. The hell with the Converse, the hell with the pearls. Coats was number one today. So we'll talk about that. But, you know, the thing is that, you know, just that was her style of what she likes to wear to keep her feet comfortable. And I just thought it was very trendy. A lot of us grew up wearing Converse. A lot of us, you know, your treat was when your parents bought you a pair of Converse, right, Kim? What do you want to say about that?
Yes. I was rocking my Converse today. I didn't post a picture, excuse me, but it's about comfort. And many of us are not wearing heels. When I had to go somewhere the other day, and I had to actually put on some real clothes because I'm working from home, and putting on shoes, I forgot how to walk in shoes. So I think that's the theme of right now, is comfort and getting around and just being comfortable. I think it's great. Everybody don't want to wear them at 19-inch heels.
Right. And she got a lot of pushback, when she would go to, go to these voting places, get people to vote. She got a lot of pushback from wearing Converse.
Right. Well, don't worry about it. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, my co-host and myself, we're all in pearls this evening. Pearls have been trending now for the last week. And so I thought I would give you guys a little history on pearls and where they came from, and that people around the world actually wear pearls more than you think they would. You guys always know my favorite line is clutch my pearls. And so y'all know I say it all the time. Well, pearls are actually a gift that was from Chinese royalty. It dates back to 2300 BC. Even though the Romans got in on pearls, it really does go back to the Asian culture, the Chinese royalty. It is considered the ultimate status of symbol. It means you are precious. It's a very precious jewel. It came from the 1st century. Julius Caesar actually passed a law limiting the wearing of pearls only by the ruling class. So again, pearls were a symbol of class, elegance. You could afford them. As you guys all know, pearls come from the ocean. They come from, oysters and that type of thing. And the finer the oyster, the better the pearl. So it was meant to be a status symbol. Of course, as we all know, our Vice President-elect Kamala D. Harris is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. Congratulations to the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha for this symbolic gesture today. Over 290,000 women worldwide are members of the Pearl Society. For the women, it means female strength. Those that are members of the sorority. But today, everyone embraced the wearing of the pearls. And so kind of to justify why I have on my pearls today, in South Asia or Southern Asia, in the southern regions of Asia, and we're talking places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, the Maldives, and Sri Lanka, men actually wear the darker pearls or the beads or the shambhala. And so it is a status symbol. It is a reward. They're not cheap at all. And so that's why tonight we are celebrating pearls in honor of our new Vice President of the United States, also the women of Alpha Kappa Alpha, as well well as the other women of the Divine Nine who all wear their pearls. And back in the day, and I'm sure both of you ladies can attest to this, really your mother was supposed to give you her pearls. When your mother became of age, when she got married, it was a sign of status. Kim, do you want to help me with that?
Yes, it was a sign of, you've come up, you've grown up. I think when a person is a debutante, they get a string of pearls, or symbolic, or it's a symbolism when you get married. Even I was supposed to get married years ago, and my mother did give me pearls. So it is a status thing for women to trade off to their daughters.
Yes, very good. Tammy, you want to add
for that history lesson, Art? That was
You're
great.
welcome, darling. Yes, I had to justify it. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't trying to be some guy trying to get in on the glory, trying to let y'all know I've traveled, and these are, I'll even tell you about the grade of them. Go ahead, Tammy.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I went to one of my friend's wedding, and I saw her mother pass on the pearls to her on her wedding, and it was just a tearjerker. Just to see the passing of the pearls, and when she has a daughter, and that's something that she's going to do when she gets married. And I think that's something I'm gonna have my sister do to start that tradition of having some pearls and pass it down to my niece when she gets married.
Very good. Well, just so you guys know, pearl jewelry has now become more unisex, and they now are creating more masculine looks with the jewelry. The pearls that men wear are considered the Tahitian pearls, which is what I have on. The pearls are very unique when it comes to pearls. They're a little bit larger in your average size of pearls, so they usually end up being beads, or how we call them as beads. Here's the deal. The pearls can actually come in colors. What women normally wear are the ivory or white pearls. Women rub them against their teeth, or people rub them against their teeth to see what grade of quality they are. But in some Southern Asian countries, the overtones of green, pink, blue, silver, and yellow means that they are really valuable pearls. So for a lot of times when the men wear them dark like this, they are really nice Tahitian black pearls or gray pearls. That's
Very
what they
good.
are.
Very
Yes.
good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Yes, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look, I just don't do the show. I know what I'm talking about too. Yes. So look, as Debbie Green would say, clutching the pearls. Yes, clutching my pearls, Debbie. Yes, clutching my pearls. Amen. All right. So, ladies, I want to shout out Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman. He was there today. As you guys all know, he was the gentleman on January 6th who stopped the just carnage of folks that was trying to get in to get to the leaders of our Capitol. And so today he has been promoted, and he was presented as the escort to our new Vice President, Kamala Harris. Kim, bring us up to speed on Mr. Goodman.
Mr. Goodman was there at the Capitol. I remember seeing the film when it first happened, and the rioters, the domestic terrorists, were coming at him, and I was like, "What is he doing?" And he looked like he was running away from them. And what he was really doing was, they were only a few feet from where the Senate had adjourned. They were certifying the votes for the president and the vice president, and they were steps away from the vice president, Nancy Pelosi, and the rest of the senators. I'm sorry, all of the senators, and Vice President Mike Pence. And so that gentleman really saved their lives, And so a well-deserved promotion. I'm glad that he was recognized. I think that's great.
Me too. Yes, he's only 40 years old too.
Yeah, and I found out that they were saying that Mike Pence did not even, come up to thank him, for protecting him. So I don't know. They said that Pence was supposed to have a conversation with him, but I don't think that happened.
I think Mike Pence tried to call him. I don't know if that's ever happened.
Okay.
And shout out, to Mike Pence. He attended the inauguration today. He did not go to the farewell for the former president.
Yes.
And just to take note of that, a lot of former advisors, decided not to come to Trump's farewell, considering it was a super spreader, and considering what happened 2 weeks ago. So I think that some of this adulation for him is going to fade.
I hope
It's
so.
just going to fade. And I
Yeah.
think that most of the channels chose not to show him.
Good.
And it was interesting also, I didn't really watch MSNBC. The people on CNN were just giddy today.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
I
were.
mean, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
just giddy,
Oh, yeah.
and as Wolf Blister said, for the last 4 years, we've been called an enemy of the people. And we've all been here trying to do our jobs. Many of them, because of their reporting on the lies of the president, have gotten death threats. Many of them. April Ryan had to, hire security. So for many of them, this is, their objective, but this has been very difficult for many in the press these last 4 years.
Yes, absolutely. Tammy, anything you want to add to that?
No, I thought this was an absolute great inauguration. I'm glad that Mike Pence did come, and I thought everything was great.
Yes. Here's the deal. Shout out to Mike Pence. I gave him
Yeah.
a shout out on social media today. If nothing else, you were civil, you showed diplomacy, and you were there to the very end. And at least you will go down in history books of being there. Now, we all know you're a little lion ass snake weasel. We know this. We do. But the thing is that you at least were kind and gracious enough to show diplomacy, stay there to the very end, and fulfill all your obligations. And that's all we ever would want of anybody. So,
But you know who was there?
Huh?
Ted Cruz was there. I was like, why are you here? Didn't you see him?
Yeah, I saw Ted Cruz the other day, but I mean, people going to have to do a lot of backpedaling now. People are going to have to do a lot of apologizing and a lot of sucking up. You get what I'm saying? Because here's the deal. Just because Donald Trump is not in office, a lot of these people's careers have not ended. And you've got to do whatever you can to save face and help your career. And so Mike Pence and Mother did what they were supposed to do today. They had on their morning black outfits, but that's okay. We know y'all was in mourning. But same way with Ted Cruz. I mean, these people are going to have to do what they need to do to save face,
He was there, and I was like, why are you at the inauguration when all this time you said that Biden didn't win, but you're here at the inauguration?
Well, I think, don't put it past President Biden to maybe have put out a flag of solidarity. He did invite many of the Republican members to church this morning. Even though we may not like Ted Cruz, and God knows I don't, and Rubio and all of this, in order for us to get out of this pandemic, both health-wise and financial, we're going to need everybody to be on board. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. And in my opinion, I think Joe is saying we're going to leave that there. But we need everybody on board so that we can get through this.
Yes, one of our viewers is saying that he still needs the black vote in Texas, and we're talking about Ted Cruz. So yeah, he absolutely does. I mean, here's the deal: you got to, as they say, you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. And today was a day that people were backpedaling and kissing boobies to make sure they still got a place in this world. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Well, ladies, today it was all about coats. Everywhere you turn, there was one fabulous coat after another. Attendees to the inauguration wore their best coats possible. The coat game was on 1,000. Kamala Harris actually repped a coat that was done by a Black LGBTQ plus designer by the name of Christopher John Rogers, and it was in purple. And look, let's give Kamala a big round of applause for her coat today. It was really good. Oh, Tammy, you didn't like Kamala's coat today?
Oh, I loved her coat.
Oh, we said let's do a big round of applause, and you froze. All right.
Oh, I froze on my end.
Oh, I thought maybe you didn't like her coat today.
I love Kamala. I love everything about her.
Okay, all right. Other people who had on fabulous coats today was Dr. Jill Biden, who had on a sparkly number by Macaron. Michelle Obama opted for a regal plum pantsuit by Sergio Hudson. Meanwhile, guess who really stole the show today? And a lot of people were not talking about this, but when I saw the coat, I knew who it was? It was actually the stepdaughter of our vice president.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Ella Emmenhoff. Her signature style today was just sickening. She actually had on a Miu Miu crystal coat. And so let me tell you all a little bit about our stepdaughter, our vice president's stepdaughter. She's a fashion designer and a student at Parsons School of Design in New York. She definitely turned heads today. Everybody was talking about it as she walked alongside of her brother Cole. She chose to wear a Miu Miu Shetland Pie Deplalo coat, no, Deplulu coat, honey, one of them French words, while watching her stepmama go into history today. And so the coat was copper with gold crystal embellishments dripping off the shoulder. It was a A-line coat. It was cinched at the waist, and she gave it to you guys. It was mid-calf, so she served it to you. She did. Michelle Obama was fabulous. Now, Debbie did say this. Debbie said, didn't see any furs. I did see a fur, Debbie. I did. And you know, I was a sister girl that had a fur on. You know how we feel about our furs. Even though Peter might come after us, you know how we feel about our furs. We do. So it's just a thing. I think that when you see a black person in a fur, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It's a status symbol for us, right?
Right.
What do you think about all the coats today, Kim?
I thought it was fat. When Michelle came out, I was like, girl, because I remember her at the national inauguration. She just had her hair pulled back, and she had on a simple maroon dress and she had an attitude all day. So I remember that. But today she was like, look, we are back, and I'm going to be fabulous and fierce. Her hair was laid, the jacket, and, and to see President Obama was like, yep, that's my girl. That's my girl. So I just loved it. And she just recently had a birthday. I think that was maybe Friday, I think.
Yes, it was. It was this weekend. Tammy, what did you think about the fashion today?
I absolutely love it. And I love what Michelle Obama had on. I mean, like she said, 4 years ago, she was like, I don't give a damn. Just put her hair in a bun and just, went to inauguration. But this time she was fly. She was fierce. She was like, we are back. And she looked absolutely beautiful.
She did.
Yes, she did. Look, 4 years ago, Michelle Obama had her hair pulled back like, look, some SHIT may jump off any minute. And when we pull our hair back in a ponytail, anybody that's got hair that can be pulled back in a ponytail, that's
what that means.
You ready to thump on somebody. Today was a day of new air, a renewed spirit, all of that. And so you're right, lady. She came back today like, what? Yes, and it worked out well. Yes, absolutely.
And kudos to the Clintons and the Bushes for being there today, in that solidarity. Only 44 or 46 men have held that position. Hopefully a woman will soon. And that's a very exclusive club, probably the most exclusive club we'll know of. And so kudos to them for showing up. And for President Jimmy Carter, who I believe is 97, sent his sentiments. So, America's back, y'all.
Yes, we are. We are back.
We're back.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Carter, former President Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter, could not attend because of their age and COVID. We understand that, as well as 3 Supreme Court judges could not attend today because of their age and COVID. Because I was wondering, like, where was Uncle Clarence Thomas at today? Where was Uncle Clarence Thomas?
I was looking for him.
Girl, I was looking for him. You know what I'm saying? You just, even though you may not love these people, these are people that we kind of look for. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to figure out, like, where was Uncle Clarence and what was going on with Uncle Clarence today.
And they even said that Vice President Dick Cheney wanted to attend, but because of COVID, he did not. So I thought that was, really great. People are putting the needs of the country over party. And I think many people, even, Republicans, are saying that this last 4 years was a hot mess.
Yeah.
It was a hot mess. And we need each other. And so let's move on and get about the business of the people. Stop all. I don't even think Joe Biden will be tweeting. I think if you see a tweet from him, it will be some intern in the office like what Obama used to have. So he ain't got time to tweet.
Right.
So, we'll see,
Kim, this is where I'm getting ready to turn the spotlight on you, because you are the lady with the facts, the figures, the this and that. you know, here we are as African Americans, and you know, this show is enjoyed by people of all races, but predominantly African Americans. What's next? We given our support. Biden has been elected. Harris is now the vice president. We've donned our pearls, our chucks. We've celebrated. But, honey, we are looking at over 400,000 people have died from COVID. We're talking about in 1 year's time. We're talking about unemployment numbers that are absolutely staggering. We're looking at the housing crisis that we're faced right now. America is really in the toilet, and we are desperately in need of somebody to either fish us out, or the tidy bowl man gonna have sex with all of us. So now, Kim, what is next for us? What is next?
Well, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to God. I want to give a shout out to God for his timing, always impeccable timing. Joe Biden ran for president twice before, and it was like God said, I'm waiting for the right time, the right man to bring us out of this. So third time was the charm. And if anyone can do this, it is Joe Biden, who has relationship with people in Congress, who has been in the Senate, right? So today he signed about 15 to 17 executive acts, getting us back in the climate accord. He has held Dr. Fauci in his position, who's going to talk to the World Health Organization, I believe, on Thursday. He stopped the Muslim ban. He has a plan for the DACA students to become American citizens. So those are some of the things that he has done. But on his list, above anything else, the pandemic, the pandemic, the pandemic. And once you get around that pandemic, then you will start to see businesses open again, new businesses. So, providing, this was a part of his plan, providing loans for those businesses that have gone under, right? So providing loans to those new businesses, right? Getting one of these main things is getting schools back open. When you open schools up, men and women, parents can go back to school, right? So once you get this pandemic together and really having a plan, you're going to see press conferences return again. We just had one about an hour ago. You're going to see people giving information on a daily basis as to what they can do in their communities to get rid of this pandemic. So, and getting this vaccine out. That his plan is 100 million people, I believe, in the next 30 days getting the vaccine. So that is, once we get this, that's his main focus. Once he gets this vaccine, this pandemic together, we can see America move forward.
I love it. Tammy, what does all this mean to you? A new day, a new beginning. You are a Black business owner. You are a historian. Today was epic in many ways, but what does that say to you, a Black lady from the state of Illinois who is doing what's necessary to be a good American citizen?
Well, first of all, I'm happy about what we're about to do as far as a country, about us coming together in unity, and the passion that Joe Biden had in his speech. So I feel that, in the next 4 years, the president and vice president is going to get us back in order again. So I don't have any concerns. I'm just ready, to do what I can as a citizen, because we can't just stop right now. After the inauguration over, it's not just the president, it's all of us. Also within our community, to get back on track. So I'm looking forward to great things happening, opening up. I haven't traveled since last February, so it's driving me crazy. But I'm being safe, and I know if we all do the 100-day, put the mask on, I think things are going to change, and we're going to get back to some type of normalcy.
Very good. I couldn't agree with you more. And with us being a health and wellness show, ladies, do you have your mask? I'm not going to let you ladies get away with this. Remember, we are in the midst of a global pandemic, and the most important thing that you can do is please wear your mask. Tonight, my mask says, hello, it's me. It's me. I'm so excited. Make sure you guys are covering your nose and your mouth when you wear your mask. Pull it on nice and tight. Make sure it fits you right. Not like Clinton had his today. We love you, President, President, but no, baby, it's got to be like this, all right? Not a chin rest, not a, none of this, none of that. make sure you put that mask on. It is important that you wear
Hands.
your mask. That's right. If you're wearing disposable masks, make sure you change those masks out after every use. Another thing that we want you guys to do is sanitize. Let me get my sanitizer here. Soap and water is the number one thing you can do to clean your hands. If you don't have soap and water, we ask that you please use sanitizer. Let's put the sanitizer on, ladies. On this show, we call ourselves Sexy Sanitizers. We have a fans only page that you guys can join us on, where we just rub our hands for an hour and we just excite people. That's what we do. Look, Tammy, you doing it fast. Oh, see, Kim, you doing it all sensual. Look, and I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. So sanitize, social distance, 6 feet this way, 6 feet that way. Reminds me of my flight attendant days. There are 8 emergency exits. Right. Make sure you social distance. Another thing is, if you're not feeling well, what do we say on this show? Keep your ass at home. Stay your ass at home. It's really easy. It's simple. Does not cost you anything. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People will understand if you call and say you don't feel well. They will tell you to keep your ass at home, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So that's how we stay safe on this show. All right. So, ladies, did we miss anything? Did we? Because we've kind of covered it all today. It was a lot to take in. I just kind of got my blanket and laid back and got me a wonderful beverage. Tammy, any more historical things we need to know about today?
Yeah, I just have a couple. President Biden is the first oldest president. He is 78 years old, and he is the second Catholic vice president. President. Sorry.
Yes.
And Jill Biden, where she's at, she will be the first lady to hold a paid job outside the White House.
Yeah.
She's an English professor at a community college and plans to continue teaching.
Yes. And her students call her Dr. B. Yes.
Right. And then also the president has picked his administration, once they're confirmed, just a couple. Rachel Levine is the first transgender as his assistant secretary of health.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Pete Buttigieg, the youngest Biden cabinet pick and the first openly gay for the Department of Transportation.
Okay.
And then General Lloyd Austin, the first African American to lead the Department of Defense. And then I was able to find a little bit of Black history pertaining to the White House. Allison Dunnigan was the first Black female correspondent. Sammy Davis Jr. is supposedly the first Black to sleep at the White House in 1973. He slept in the Lincoln bedroom under the Nixon administration.
Oh, shaboing, 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 as he would say.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Booker T. Washington was the first Black man to have dinner at the White House. He was invited by Theodore Roosevelt in 1901. And I went on the website, the White House website.gov, to find more history about African Americans pertaining to the White House, but that link is broken. So I don't know if that was done intentionally from the previous administration, but I will contact this administration to say, can you please fix that link?
Oh my God, you are kidding me. Yeah, please fix that link. But very good, Tammy. Very, very, very good. I was told from an insider that actually the people who work at the White House, keep in mind that these people have worked there decades and years. They go through various presidents, that they were so excited when the Bidens walked in today. And another thing that we have got to keep in mind, shout out to everybody who was able to disinfect, clean, get all of that stuff out of the White House. Today, when President and First Lady Biden were standing at the door, child, I was burning sage in my house. I was doing this with the smoke towards the TV. Like, Lord, when they turn that doorknob, let every demon, every evil spirit, every crazy whoever, please.
You should take a picture of that.
Girl, I meant to do it. I really did. I meant to do it because I was burning sage today, and I said, listen, I want them people to walk into that White House and not a spirit be just in there. I want it to be fresh, renewed, all of that. So congratulations to everybody who turned that White House around, because yes, they are really supposed to turn it around, you know, in enough time. So I'm sure they have been cleaning for weeks now and told the Trumps, y'all stay your ass in one room. You know what I'm saying? But today, they were able to let the Bidens stay at the White House. So ladies, I'm very happy about that. Yes.
And it's also important to know, I remember when the last administration came in, information about LBGT was taken down, and climate change, just to name two. And when I went back on the site at 12:01, all of that was back on.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I see him being a part of the LGBTQ community. He understands the importance of it and the rights and what the LGBTQ plus community stands for. And so, yes, you're right. All of that was put back into place. And really, if our president was to help just all of the people who are on unemployment, a lot of people, their unemployment will be running out. We're still in the midst of this global pandemic. And so, they're just basic necessities that we need as people now more than ever. All right. Yes. All right. Well, ladies, how you doing? You doing okay so far?
Great.
Yes.
Great.
All right.
It's been a very informational show.
Yes. And look, at least we all know about the history of pearls now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do. We all know about the history.
Right. And Tammy, thanks for those facts. That was amazing.
Yes, you did a great job.
I'm sending an email to the White House tonight. Tell them to put that link back up.
I'm sure. For those of you all that are just joining us, welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Real Chat Daddy Show. I am your host, Chat Daddy. So glad to be here with you guys. Today was Inauguration 2021. We officially welcomed the Biden-Harris ticket into the White House. It is official. We have a new president, a new day on the horizon. I loved everything that our current president is saying about unifying ourselves. We do not need to be divided. We need to be people that are about peace, love, and harmony. I don't care what race you are. We all need to come together to work on a better country. And my co-hosts tonight are two amazing ladies who have done a great job tonight of being here. Miss Kim Coleman, aka Sister Girl Speaks, out of Oklahoma City. She's a fan favorite on the show and has been a co-host many times. And my girl in the box below us, look, I'm learning how to do this. In the box below us is the amazing Miss Tammy Gibson, historian. She is the creator of Sankofa Travel Her. She is a traveling historian and blogger. Tammy has done some amazing things. She's not only been on my radio show, but this digital show. She'll be very instrumental in our African American celebration in February. And ladies, you've done an outstanding job tonight. You really have. I'm glad to have you. Yes, look, the hell with CNN, the hell with Fox, all them other networks, the Chat Daddy Show. We tell it like it is, and we do the right thing. Isn't that what we do, ladies?
Yes. All while looking fabulous.
Yeah. All while looking fabulous. Yes. And we were all able to come up with some pearls tonight.
And our pearls.
Yes, absolutely. Well, our next guest this evening is an amazing woman. We just love and adore her. She's originally from Chicago. We consider her Hollywood royalty, and every time I am honored with the chance to be able to talk to her, it just does my heart so good to just know where she's come from to who she is now. You guys remember her from In Living Color, That's So Raven, the list goes on and on. Well, guess what? Just like many of us who had to pivot and create our own digital shows, the one and only Miss T'Keyah Crystal Keymah has a new digital show. She does. She really does. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome everybody's favorite sister, cousin, relative, auntie, and the girl from around the way, the amazing Miss T'Keyah Crystal Keymah. Yay!
Hi. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you all.
Oh, we just love and adore you. Happy New Year. Happy new administration. All of that. I was telling the ladies tonight, I said, ladies, I know you've never met T'Keyah, but she is probably one of the sweetest, most down-to-earth people. But you are a sister about business as well, too. It's an honor to have you here tonight. How are you?
Thank you. I am excellent and so excited to finally be able to make it to your show. I am so proud of you. I am so happy for you. You are doing, as one of my sorors would say, you are doing the doggone thing.
Oh, well,
So,
thank
and I love it. I love this new format. I love your co-host. As always, I love your topics. I don't know anyone other than Chat Daddy who can talk about anything in such a real, honest, and entertaining way. I'm just so proud of you.
Oh, T'Keyah, I appreciate you so much. You know, I've been proud of you since I'm not even gonna date us because we go back so we go back to the sandbox. But just to
Yes.
know that you make yourself available, you are just so human and so personable. And I told each one of the ladies, I said, of course, please speak to her, tell her, what you think about her and all of that. And then we're gonna just get into some of the amazing things that you've done and what you are currently doing now. Kim, do you want to say hello to our guest tonight?
Well, I've been following your career for a long time. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm excellent. Thank you. And
Good.
you?
I'm good. I'm great. I've been
Good.
following your career for a long time as an aspiring actress. I know how hard this business is. So the longevity that you've had in this is to be commended. And looking
Thank
beautiful
you.
all while doing it. Very good. Very
I
good.
appreciate that. I
Yes, T'Keyah,
do.
I've been a fan for yours for a long time, trying to contain my composure. So I've been a fan of your work, and you still look the same. I mean, you still look beautiful,
Bless
and I'm
you.
so glad to just speak to you.
Thank you so much. Bless your tired eyes. I really appreciate that. I do what I can to take care of myself and to encourage others to do so because we forget that the enemy doesn't sleep. They're out to get us, and so one way to combat that is to not help them out. So we got to take care of ourselves as much as possible and each other.
Yes. Well, T'Keyah, before we go back down memory lane or talk about the new show, any of that, today history was made. We are absolutely honored to have you on here today. Whenever I've interviewed you, you've always had the most profound things to say about our current place in time. That's why I consider you more of an activist more than anything, because you do say such profound things. What do you feel about what happened today with the Biden-Harris administration?
Well, I think that I can't speak on that without speaking on the larger issue of what has happened in the last probably 8 years or 12 years. Because when President Obama came into that White House, there was as much fear and anger on one part of America as there was joy, pride, and celebration on the other part. And that segment of America that was horrified and frightened has been boiling. They've been boiling ever since, such that the boiling point was to, well, they didn't quite elect, but to give enough votes to get into office someone that was his opposite. Where there was statesmanship, there was ignorance. Where there was intelligence, there was the lack thereof. And where there was honor, there was abject dishonor. But that segment of society who has my thoughts and prayers right now because, and somebody put it in a meme and put a famous actor on it that said, it's not about Biden, it's about that colored gal. and, and sadly, I think it's somewhat true that in the last 12 years, as we pretended to have moved past racism, we have also been faced with an undeniable mirror that says we were actually founded upon racism. And the great that some people equated with America's greatness is that racism. So nothing has changed. The violent riots of last week were about the founding of a and the people who stole it from indigenous peoples violently, murderously, and
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to hold on to the violent, murderous history. And until we deal with that, the pendulum is going to continue to swing
in unkind ways, we must educate all of America, and in the process, the world, on the ugly, racist, murderous history of America, and then get beyond that. We can't keep walking around. We're going to have to go through it for all of us to heal. Because as great and wonderful and magnificent as Black people are, we are living in a society structured by racism. And so we can be president, one of us can be president, but it's not gonna lift the tide. So the rest of the boats are still going to go under until we change the very fabric of our nation, which scares so many people who don't realize they're at the bottom as long as they can speak negativity about someone they've been told is less than.
Yeah.
So everyone has to be educated and everyone has to heal from our shared history and not be ashamed of it, but acknowledge it in such a way that allows us to move on. I'm happy for the new administration. I'm neither a Republican or a Democrat. I'm an independent. So I don't have a real what do you call it, car in the race or whatever the expression is. Every 4 years, I pray for whoever is newly in office or is renewing their term and the whole administration, because no matter if I voted for them or not, they become my president. Sadly, frighteningly, 45 was my president, and and I pray for President Biden and Vice President Harris, as I prayed for 45 and Vice President Pence. Yeah, I just can't say it quite yet, but because they all need our prayers, all of our prayers, because no matter who gets in that office, the other guy, and it's always been a guy, has gotten millions of votes. So millions of people are not happy, and we can't cheer on their graves. We have to hold hands with them and say, we're all one nation, or we never will be.
Oh my God, that was so deep and profound.
Yeah.
It was deep and
amazing.
profound. It was very deep and profound in many ways. Ladies, I don't even know. Kim, do you want to respond back to what T'Keyah said? Because really, it was beautiful. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I think that if more, I kind of had to, slap myself on the wrist. I didn't pray for President Trump. I can't believe I said that. I didn't pray for him as much as I probably should have. It was just how I was. But I think if more people felt like you, we would be more unified. We would be more unified. And so I think that's the temperament that President Biden is bringing in. So I applaud you for your thoughts. They were great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. Everything you said was on point, and we just need to come together as a people and to unite as one to make this world a better place for us to love one another.
Thank you. And Chad Daddy, when you said we were going to be talking about this historic election, every once in a while I put crystal quotes on my Instagram. So I said, "Oh, it's time for." I'm trying to be young and make it symmetrical. That's another whole thing. But
oh Lord,
I said, I got to put a crystal quote before I advertise that I'm doing our show. So what's the quote? And I said, okay. So the quote today, I don't remember it exactly. You can go on my Instagram to see it. But the point of it was, I have been really blessed in my life to have been on a number of shows and had a number of personal experiences that now are referred to as iconic or historic. But at the time that they were happening, I didn't see it like that. I just said, oh, I'm on a show. I'm working. I got a job. Thank you. I didn't know that they'd be talking about that job in 30 years or in 20, depending on what the show was or what the event was. And eventually it dawned on me to treat every moment as an important part of history, because it's an important part of your history. And I think if we thought about our legacy every day, we would live more honorable lives and we would treat our lives and each moment in it more honorably. Because sometimes we
we bad on purpose. Now, I'm just gonna say this. I know it's not. I'm gonna say it. But if you read that in the book, would you be proud? Said that thing or did that thing?
Tell the truth.
So my, I mean, maybe Vice President Harris said, and I'm going to grow up and be vice president. Maybe she did. She probably did. but I think everyone should live there, or try. We can't always do it, but try to live your life as if somebody's journaling it, and somebody's gonna your great grandchildren are gonna read it in a book. Are they gonna be proud or not?
I love that. I love that.
I do too. I love it 100%. T'Keyah, with you being what we consider Black Hollywood royalty and just have done, just tremendous things in life, what would be the one lesson that you learned early on? And you kind of referenced that when you were just talking a minute ago, but what is the one thing that T'Keyah learned early on about the world of Hollywood, being a Black female in it, and just, we look at movies like One Night in Miami, movies that were years ago, but still very prevalent to this day. What would be your experience?
I learned so many things when I first came out here that it would be difficult to say one thing. But one thing that I tell my students and my mentees, that when you're starting out on this journey, it is rough. It's like Sister Kim just said, it's rough business. Life is rough. So when you're starting out on any journey, start or attempt to start with two things: knowing who you are and knowing who's with you. Because once you get on that journey, there's going to be vipers all along the way trying to snatch you onto their road to do what they want you to do, to use you how they see fit. So if you don't know who you are, how can you know what your lane is? You can't. If you're not listening to a higher power saying go straight, you're going to hear, demon John Doe say turn right over here, and you're going to be way off your track. And if you don't know who's with you, you'll get confused down the road, because people will say they're with you because something good is happening to you. But Billie Holiday said it best: they're going to fall away as soon as the money or the fame fall away. So start your journey with people who have your back, because they had your back when you had nothing to brag about.
Wow.
That'll make the path better.
Wow.
I love it. I do.
That's great.
I do. Yes. Wouldn't you
That's
agree,
great.
ladies? I agree 100%.
That's great. You have to know who's in your corner. You have to have what I call my village. I have a village of people, that they comprise of my mom and my aunts, and they carry me. And even those angels that have gone on, I remember when I got a job at non-for-profit, my aunt, who was a representative in Illinois, I know that was her that got that job for me, because that's the type of work she used to do. So I carry that with me. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I have an ancestor table in my house with pictures and candles and lots of stuff, and I speak with my ancestors every day. I check in with them lest I start acting a fool. So I remind myself that they're still paying attention, even though they're on the other side, and they still set a high bar, and they're checking to see if I'm acting right still.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I got to do that, or I act a fool.
T'Keyah, believe it or not, you were my last in-studio guest of my former life. And
on that other place.
At that other place, honey, you were the last guest. And here we are almost a year later, something called coronavirus, a global pandemic, all of that. How have you fared through all of this? Look, as they said, you look amazing, but how has your spirit been? Because you're used to traveling, globally. You're used to doing so many things. So how did you make the pivot and adjust to this new pandemic?
It was not a seamless transition, and I must say how honored
I am? And didn't we have a good time? I had such a good time after we and my true blue sister cousin Lisa, as usual, was with me, and we got good and lost, and then we got good and found. After the third way round around that building, we found you and had a good time. I'm honored to see you along the way at that other place.
Yes.
But at first I was just in shock. I had 27 trips planned for last year.
Oh my goodness.
27.
Wow.
And I'd come back home from the second trip, unpacked, repacked, because I was supposed to go out, I think 3 days later. And on the third day, we got the cancellation notice, and then everything else started canceling. And I left those bags at the door so long. It's like, surely this is not going to last that long. And then I came to my first shift because I was really in shock. Like, what is this? I hadn't been staying put that long. And decade. I've never not traveled. I think since I first got my passport, I don't think I ever not traveled like this past year. And so after the shock of that wore off, and I didn't leave my house, I think for almost 3 months. I did not leave my house until I had no more food left, like at all. Like I was eating rice. That's all I had left. And I said, well, I got to go out so I did that. And then I had a shift. The first mental shift was, I'm always saying, because I'm always doing too much and I can't catch up with myself. So I said, I used to always say, I wish the world would just stop so I can catch up. If everybody else can just freeze, and then I can keep working and catch up. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute, the world has stopped. I hope it wasn't for me. But now that it has, what should I be doing? I should make the most out of this frozen world. And I started thinking, and I thought of some things I had about 3 friends that have been coaching me for a few years. You should have a blog. You have such opinions. You should have something online. And I was always saying, oh, I don't think I can keep that up. I can't even keep up my newsletter. It's every other blue moon. And then, other friends, right toward the beginning, one friend said, you should do your show. When everyone was performing just willy-nilly with no makeup, you should do your show online. And I thought, oh, I'm too cheap to just give away my whole show. Let me think. And then I said, okay, yeah, I should do something, because I'm very sensitive, and I was feeling the chaos in the world. And the second shift was, I must redirect this negative energy by creating something positive and putting it out into the universe. And that's when I decided, okay, let me combine all of those ideas and do something that I started out doing a million years ago, putting my own show on. When I wanted to perform, starting as a little child and through school, when I wanted to perform, I produced a show. And so I said, I'll produce a show. It'll be like my newsletter with cultural things, art, and my heroes come to life. And I'll throw in some scenes from my stage show. And here we are on the set of the Cool Crystal show.
The Cool Crystal show. Yay. Oh, wait, did we lose Cool Crystal? Oh no, what happened? Hopefully she'll come back. Oh my God. She just disappeared. Oh my God. It may be an internet. You know how this internet is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she pops back in, we'll be able to talk to her. Oh my God.
But I just love her spirit. I love her spirit, and it just it exudes from her. Yeah. And it makes you just want to be a better person. And when she said the ancestors are looking, I was like, oh my goodness, no, she didn't. But it really makes you aware of what you're doing, and that pushes you forward to want to be a better person.
Yes, and look, women, let's add back? Look, like magic, baby, you just disappeared. The Cool Crystal show, and now you're back. That's what we do on this show. Yeah.
Mid-sentence.
All we heard was
That's
the cool Crystal
technology
show.
for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, it is.
Sorry
Yes,
about that. I don't know what happened, but I got right back
That's all right.
in.
Crystal,
Yes,
is it T'Keyah? Is it
But
COOL?
yeah,
Crystal
I
Show?
was.
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt. If somebody was filling up the gap.
No, I wanted to hear more about your show. You were talking
Yeah,
about
the Cool Crystal show. This is where I shoot. Yes. This, you see these purple curtains. I don't know what color they look to you, but there's purple curtains behind me, and this is the studio where I shoot part of my show, where I shoot the open and close, and one of my bits called Stand Up Tragedy. And I have thank goodness for my friends who let me shoot at their house. Social distancing, that is a trip, but I'm having the time of my life doing this show and coming up with ideas for it. I am writing it, directing it, producing it, and of course starring in it.
Wow.
And in addition to, I'm celebrating artists and some of my heroes. I have this thing called the Cool Collection, and I'm just having a ball. I get to play, and there's no network to say you can't do this, you can't do that. It's too black. It's too feminine. It's too, it's me. It's me. And
Yep.
She froze.
Yeah. Is she there again?
Well,
look, we know how this all works. All right. She'll be back in a second.
Right.
Look, y'all have to get into this new world. Go ahead, keep talking, lady.
So my company studios, and because I figured if I'm going to do it, go on and do it all the way.
Do it 100%.
You guys, are you
do it 100%?
Are you guys?
We got
frozen?
you. We got you. No,
freezing and unfreezing. It's very
okay.
Cool. I had a picture of that.
Look, Crystal, T'Keyah.
But yeah, that's my show, and you can go on Keymah.com. And now this is our hiatus week, so hope.
Did we lose her again? That's
and
all right.
Then starting next week, we'll put up our next show.
All right. So it's the Cool.
Does somebody have a question?
Show. Ladies, anything you want to talk to her about with the Cool Crystal
not.
show?
Oh, there we
go. No, we do. Can you hear us okay, T'Keyah? Can you hear us?
I don't think she can.
I don't think she can hear us.
Yeah,
that's what the problem is. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see.
You froze a little bit.
How about now? Can you hear us better now? Look, if nothing else, I want President Biden to do a national Wi-Fi improvement mandate. Can you hear us, T'Keyah? Did we lose?
I don't know if that was a question for me. I heard ask President Biden something. So what do you want me to ask President Biden?
So can you hear us better now? Can you know? Yes, maybe. No. We were trying to
you sound like you're underwater. You know, when in doubt, I just keep talking. So
yes.
Oh, there you are.
T'Keyah, we were trying to find.
And so this is what I'll say while you all come up from water, that if you're listening to the show and you haven't subscribed to it, there you are. If you're listening to this show and you haven't subscribed to it, please subscribe right now to Chat Daddy Sims YouTube channel and this show, because it's awesome and you should never miss another episode.
We love you. Can you hear us better now or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
I can now. Yeah.
Yay. Well, here's the deal. Ever since we've been doing
and now you're gone again. So
Oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, tell us your website one more time if you can. Did we lose her again?
Yes, it's www.keymah.com. That's Keymah.com. And there you can see the Cool Crystal show. If you go to the opening page, you can click right to it. And right now, you'll see the first 3 episodes. It's all free. You don't have to sign up for anything, pay anything. You just go and watch the show and leave comments.
Okay.
Yay!
Awesome.
We'll put it up there on the screen. Keymah.com. Yay!
Yes.
We
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Ladies, in closing, do you want to say anything to T'Keyah before she go? We'll start off with you, Tammy. What do you want to say to T'Keyah?
Yes, T'Keyah, I just say I love your spirit.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, there it is.
okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Keymah.com.
Okay, I just want to say I love.
Hopefully, this will teach everybody how to pronounce my name as well.
Keymah, yes.
Yes.
Somebody said,
Keymah,
I just want to say,
I love your spirit, and I will
Keymah.
definitely
Like, where's my
log into
Keymah?
your show.
Yes. All right. Very good. People are saying they will subscribe. Very good.
Thank you so much.
We're putting this up here. Kim, what do you want to say to her real quick before we go?
Thank you. I'm gonna go on the website
and I'll put a link.
subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And thank you for your spirit today. Thank you for your wisdom. And I'm just gonna put this out in the universe.
Welcome.
I can't wait for us to work together.
Much.
I can't wait for us to work together.
Yay.
Excellent. Me too.
Yay.
Excellent.
Yay.
Excellent. Excellent. I look forward to it. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast. I really hope the next time it's in person so I can give you a real hug. I hope so. I hope so soon. And I when I come to Chicago next, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, keep up the absolutely fantastic work. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud to be your friend.
Thank you. You are my friend. I love you. We do.
All righty. I think everybody's frozen, but I'm late for a meeting. So I'm going to say good night.
We love you. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to T'Keyah Crystal Keymah, Chicago's very own. We just love and adore her. Good night. We love you. See you later. Yay.
That was awesome.
Yes,
that was awesome.
Excellent.
That was awesome.
Excellent. Despite the internet issues and problems that we are having, it is a part of it. If nothing else, I want President Biden to do a national internet approval, whatever. Because, honey, we are dealing with hot ass mess internet. We are, but that's all right. Thank you so much.
I know it was bad when I was on a Zoom thing with Oprah for her masterclass, and Oprah's internet was acting up. So I said, Oprah got internet problems, then we got problems.
Right. Yes. Well, that's the same way when I look at the morning shows like Good Morning America Today, and they're doing the interviews with the people, and I go, honey, my show is the bomb diggity compared to because these people are having problems too. So, there's nothing we can do about it, but we're just glad that people are able to make themselves available. So make sure you guys go to Keymah.com to check out T'Keyah's new show on Wednesday nights. It's called The Cool Crystal Show. We just love and adore Chicago's very own T'Keyah Crystal Keymah. Just a legend and an icon all in itself. Boy, ladies, we've done the damn thing tonight. We really have. We really have.
This was amazing. This was amazing.
This was a great show tonight. I thank both of you ladies for being so instrumental in tonight's show. I know Kay Renee wanted to be here with us, but she has other plans for tonight. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, coming up tomorrow night on Relationship Thursday, we'll welcome to the show relationship expert Elizabeth Overstreet. And Elizabeth is going to talk about post-traumatic stress from relationships. Whether you're single and have been single for years, you still have a lot of problems and baggage you need to get rid of. You may be newly divorced. You may be in a relationship where you're sick of somebody right now. And so tomorrow night, honey, we just tell it like it is on this show. So tomorrow night, she will be here to talk about things that affect you post-traumatic when it comes to relationships. And then our favorite astrology person, Miss Xavier Fox, will be here tomorrow night, and she's going to break down all the zodiac signs for 2021, as well as who would you be the most compatible with in 2021, because it's all about trying to find you a boo thing in love. Friday January 29th, I'm doing an event. Only 50 people get to come to this event, but we're going to talk about things that you need to do to kind of get yourself out there. I know Miss Kim, you kind of been putting your toe in the water a little bit. I ain't gonna put your business out there.
That's okay.
And you know, Tammy, I don't know what you've been doing, but both of you ladies are fine like May wine, and both of y'all need to have somebody sipping on you. So, Kim, how's it been so far with you?
It's been a challenge. It has been a challenge. I don't even know how to. A couple of them may be watching, so let me just say, you meet men. Some of them don't have any get up and go. They don't have any drive. And then you meet, I met a guy online the other day, and he said, "Do you think that you could fall in love with me and we could build a life?" I don't even know your last name, brother. What are you? So I've blocked more than I've received.
Okay.
I don't deal with foolishness. I don't deal with foolishness.
I know you don't. I know you don't. And Tammy, I ain't gonna get in your business, but I know it's probably you like, okay, let me just stick to history.
Well, I've been doing, the online thing, and I don't know if it's me because I'm being picky, but if someone sends me a message and says, "What up, though?" or "Hey, boo," or something like that, and then sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. I like being single. I like just getting up and doing my thing, and sometimes I just, I like being by myself. I do, but I'm open. But with this online, just seeing the subject, "What up?" How you doing?
Yeah.
It's just an automatic turn off.
Yeah.
It's a
I hate that text message. What you doing?
What
I'm doing. Like, look, I don't justify a phone call. I don't. Whatever I'm doing is more than what your ass is doing because you limit it. You limit it. What you doing? Like, you got to be kidding me. Doing a lot. What you doing? Right. That's what I'm worried about. What you doing more than what I'm doing. So that's just me. I don't know. So make sure
it's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Yes. So
and
make
if we spell "what up" WHAD, then that's a problem.
Oh, well, honey, that's the way they all spell it. I don't care what side of the fence you on. That right. Look, I had to get a whole dictionary of terminology just to be able to date. So, I don't know how that all works. So I guess we all in the same boat.
I remember, when Trump had the thing, "Make America Great Again," make dating great again. I remember when somebody would call you, you'd have a little conversation, and then they say, "Well, what are you doing on Friday?" "I'm not doing anything." "What are you doing?" "Okay, why don't we go to," I'm gonna date myself now, "why don't we go to Chick Rick's and have a drink, or the Cotton Club, and go down and do that and dance, and have a meal, or something." And now it's just like, "So you live alone? Can I hit you up?" It's like,
right.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Well, tomorrow night we will talk about, post-traumatic dating syndrome, relationship syndrome, whether you're newly divorced, thinking about getting a divorce, you may have been single for a while. All of us are damaged in some type of way. And so tomorrow night, Elizabeth Overstreet will help us get through that damage and how to weave through it all. And then our as I said, Zodiac expert will be here with us tomorrow night to talk about compatibility. That's the most important thing ever. It really is. Yeah, compatibility. Like, I feel we're compatible. I think all of my co-hosts are just great people. We're very compatible. All right. Well, ladies, let's do our safety demo one more time. As you guys know, we're a health and wellness show, and we want to encourage everybody to please continue to wear your mask. It's the most important thing you can do. In honor of the inauguration today, since it's evening time, I have my lovely sparkle mask. See there? Sparkles, baby.
And I have my queen because we nominated a queen.
Oh, I like that.
And Tammy's a queen.
I like that. Right. And I belong to the queen community. So it all works. Yes, it all works. Yes, amen. So make sure you guys wear your mask, wash your hands. Soap and water is the most important thing you can do. If not, hand sanitizer, put that sanitizer on, clean those hands really, really well. Social distance, 6 feet to the side, 6 feet back. Just get up off of me, get up off of you. I know we all trying to find us a boo thing, but until you had them tested and vaccinated, you want to protect yourself, tested
Yes.
and
Yes.
vaccinated. How
Yes.
about that? Yes.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
can get your boo thing on. Okay. And then another thing too, after you social distance, if you're not feeling well, keep your ass in the house.
In the
Keep your
house.
ass in the house. That's the best thing you can do to stay safe, out of trouble, and keep COVID at bay. We want to say congratulations to the Biden-Harris administration. Yay! Job well done. Congratulations to everybody who represented wearing pearls today, no matter what color, race, who you were. Pearls were the symbol of status today. Very nice. Chuck Taylor gym shoes also was trending today, and fabulous coats were trending. Yes, they were. Tammy, in closing, what do you want to say to all of our guests tonight, real quick? And then tell them how they can find you, follow you, and all that great stuff.
Yes, I just want to say today was an amazing day. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. It's here. And guess what? It's time to get to work. And you can follow me. I'm Sankofa Travel Her. I travel locating historical African-American sites. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's Sankofa Travel Her, SANKOFATRAVELHER, Travel Her.
Let's talk about this amazing new book you've written as well, too.
Yes, I wrote a book. It's called Honoring the Legacy, A Guide of African Monuments and Statues. And for the past 8 years, I've traveled locating Black statues and monuments. And this was prior to the Charleston 9, the Charlottesville incident, and George Floyd. I wanted to celebrate African American statues as all the Confederate monuments are being torn down. I wanted to highlight Black statues all over the United States that not only is a teaching tool, but also bring beauty and pride in the community. And you can get that on Amazon. It's called Honoring the Legacy.
Very good.
That's awesome.
That is
That's
a great
awesome.
job. Yep. Well,
Yes.
Kim, you know what you do each and every show. You always leave us with a very positive and beautiful note that we can carry on with us. What's your closing message tonight? And then give everybody everything else they need to know.
Okay, well, thank you, Art, for this opportunity again. I appreciate it more than you know. Tammy, kudos to you on the book, and I look forward to using your services to travel in the future. I just a little change, as Tammy said, we have work to do. And so I encourage everyone, know who your representatives are, both local and federal representatives. Get their names, get their addresses, so you can call into them. They take those calls to note. Make sure you're calling them and emailing them when you see certain legislation that needs to be voted on. The democracy can only be as strong as the people within it. This government, as Lincoln said, is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Be involved. We have some elections coming up next year that are very poignant. Contribute if you can. Contribute if you can. And so we can make this democracy so much better than it is. So I just want to say that. And also, as I always say, God is your Father. He wants to hear from you. Pray to him every day. Praise God for what he's been doing and what he's going to do. He's going to do great things in your life. And then push. Work for what it is you want the Lord to do. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, no, I love you both. You did an outstanding job tonight. All day long, I was just excited. As I kept watching the inauguration, I was sending you all messages. I said, I'm not worried. I said, I know these two will have everything covered. We'll talk about it all. Really a historic moment in today's society and history, all of the trials and tribulations we've been through with COVID-19. Today was at least a breath of fresh air. I actually posted my lunch today after the man was sworn in. I was like, Lord, I couldn't eat this morning. I couldn't eat. I just laid there with bated breath the entire time, like, Lord, please don't let nobody act a fool. Please don't let nothing, just let this go the way it needs to go. And it did today. And I'm just so thankful that we have made this moment in history.
Yes,
and it has come. Now we're moving on. So yes, well, ladies, I love and adore you both. Everybody thought tonight was a great show. Let me put this up here. Everybody just loving tonight's show. Yes, great job. Great job. Yeah, this was a good show tonight. Well, listen, For more information about yours truly, do me a favor, go visit my website, therealchatdaddy.com. All the information about me is there. Anything you need to know, you can find it there. Coming up tomorrow night, Relationship Thursday. Let me get some more of these wonderful comments. Enjoy tonight's show. Have a blessed evening. Debbie Green says, I don't think Trump, let me see, what did she say? I don't think Trump was going to come out of that house. Honey, I didn't either. Girl,
I didn't either because he was late.
Baby, I didn't. Right. I didn't think. Thank you so much, Leslie. We appreciate you. Girl, look, we really thought we was gonna have to send Pookie and them up there today. Yep. We really did. I had Pookie and them on standby. Southwest had a couple of empty seats on some planes, but I thought really we was gonna have to get Pookie and them to go to DC today. But no, Pookie and them okay. Matter of fact, if you notice, we didn't even have a lot of crime in Chicago today.
Okay.
Yeah. I get notifications all day long, and our crime was limited today. It really was. So that's a good thing. All right. Well, on behalf of my beautiful co-hosts, Miss Tammy Gibson and Miss Kim Coleman, aka Sister Girl Speaks, and Miss Tammy is Sankofa Travel. We thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We want to give a big round of applause for our amazing celebrity guest, Miss T'Keyah Crystal Keymah, Chicago's very own, just a dynamic, fabulous woman. And we just love and adore her. Make sure you guys support her new Wednesday night show. Everybody has to make a pivot, and we're doing it. And we really do appreciate her for stopping by tonight to talk to us. Ladies, I love you. I
love you too, Art.
Kim, you know you on regular rotation now. You know, so that's not a problem. And Tammy, you have a Black History Month that's coming up soon, so just get ready. Let me see. We have do we have some other comments? Oh, Trump was going to leave. Let's see, what did Leslie say? She said Trump was going to leave after the storming. Oh yeah, absolutely. He had to. He had to get out of there. Yeah, absolutely. He knew better. All right. Well, good night. We love you guys so very much, and have a wonderful night. The Real Chat Daddy Show. See y'all later. Bye.